Hello there, I'm Chris with a kick, and today I want to talk about cancelled flippin' object shows. By the way, spoilers for these object shows. You already probably knew that though. So, I want to cover two object shows. You may know both of them if you looked at the title of this video, and if you still don't know these object shows, even though you looked at the title of this video, that means that you didn't watch these object shows. I would say it's definitely better if you go and watch these object shows so that you understand what in the actual hell I'm talking about. Because I'm going to talk about a lot of things here and there about these shows. But let's be honest here. Since I have like 5 subscribers and these videos have like, let's just say a lot of views, then like 99.999% of you guys probably already know these shows. So like, I don't really think the warning at the beginning was necessary. Hey, Chris, let me ask you a question, huh? Wait, who the hell are you? Well, why did Mystique Island get an episode of OSRY, while these other object shows get whatever in the heck this video is? Wasn't Mystique Island a cancelled object show as well? So Mystique Island should be in this video. Shut up. Look, I should have not made a OSRY on Mystique Island, since that show is technically cancelled, so new rule. Future OSRYs are not going to have object shows that were cancelled. Instead, OSRYs are going to have object shows that have finales or endings or are finished or whatever. Yeah, anyways, let's finally talk about these two object shows. Object Havoc was created by Toonmaster99. Oh, it's actually made by an interstellar lizard. Okay, I'm going to reveal my favorite episode and character. My favorite episode from this show was, of course, episode 2, and my favorite character was Wheel. Honestly, he's just a cooler Nickel from Inanimate Insanity, and if not, they're pretty much the same character at the end of the day. So let's finally talk about this show. This show was a lot better than I thought it would be. I remember it being pretty generic the first time I watched it years ago. I think I remember it that way because I was playing video games while watching the show, so I wasn't paying attention that much. And before you ask, I was playing Minecraft. Now that I have rewatched the show, it actually was also pretty funny. I remember laughing here and there while I was rewatching the show. And yeah, I also love how there are so many different types of faces Interstellar Lizard drew for the characters. It's really nice. But there is one thing that bugs me, and that thing is the stick versus bullet situation. I think I already talked about this in a different video, but I really hate it when object shows make 2 of their characters hate each other for like completely bullcrappy reasons. And that's what's happening here. Stick hates Bullet because, oh, I don't like his voice. Yeah, that's a very nice reason. Very nice. I just hate it when object shows do this. It's just lame. You know, maybe there was actually lore behind why they hated each other, and it was going to get revealed in a future episode, but since the show got cancelled, we will never know. Back to positives. The animation is really good, and the audio quality, especially in episode 2, is really good. A character here and there were boring, but there were a lot of good characters too. If you would go up to me and say, would you like this object show to continue? I would say that it would be cool to see where the object show would go with its characters. It's a pretty solid object show. And let me say one last rest in peace. And after that, I'll give the rating. Rest in peace, Object Havoc. Your faces will be missed. I'll give this show a 7 out of 10. Object Tui was created by Samuel Thornberry, and if you still don't know him, he was the guy who was eating a freaking Oreo in the Inanimate Insanity Direct. The guy who voices Suitcase. You know him. My favorite episode from this show was episode 3, and my favorite character, or characters, was Mario and Luigi Het. And the reason why they are my favorite characters is because of this clip. Roll it.
Spaghetti? Sometimes I just wish I could slice and die.
Anyways, this show is actually really good. It's one of the funniest object shows out there. I seriously recommend you to watch this show. Even if you didn't watch the first season, it's okay. There isn't really that many references to the first season of the show anyway. So, watch it. Now let's talk about positives. I really like how the show tries to make every character distinct from each other. All of the characters are pretty funny in their own ways, like Kite, always being kind to everybody, and that, irritating the host. Window, or how USB tries to be buddies with everybody. Ha ha ha. Even freaking Rocket, a character that didn't even speak much, was funny. Just because, they were so stupidly generic, and I just can't specify how much I like these characters. Most of them are just really funny in their own way, and I really like them. They're good, really good characters. And I didn't say the reason why I liked episode 3. So I liked episode 3 the most because it has the most jokes that landed on me. Not to say that the other episodes didn't land any jokes. They landed a lot of jokes. Episode 3, it was just the funniest to me. And let's go to negatives now. One of those negatives is, definitely the animation. Like, the intro is animated a little weirdly, but they did fix the intro in episode 5, so that was nice. But a few other areas could have been, animated a little better. And I also feel like the show is depending on comedy a little too much at times. Like for me, 99% of the jokes landed, so I had a great time watching the show. But if someone went up to the show and they don't laugh once throughout the whole show, then all they're left with is just an ordinary object show with some weirdly animated scenes. And that is not good, huh? But if a lot of the jokes do land for you, then you're left with a really entertaining object show. Anyways, you may notice that I'm not talking about the first season, and that is because the first season actually got finished. So that might happen in the very, very distant future. Anyway, Object Twoniverse is really self-aware, and I love it because of that. And if you would ask me, would you like the show to continue? Then I would definitely say, hell yeah. But at the same time, if it did come back, tomorrow or something, then I would fear that the humor of the show would be drastically different than how it was before. And the reason why I fear that is because if you watched episode 5, then you can tell that the humor was just a little different or something from the other episodes. I don't know, it's just a little off. And episode 5 was made a year or so later after 4. You know what I mean? I just feel like the humor would drastically change. And I don't want to point this out, but I'm going to point it out anyways. It's kind of sad that Object Twoniverse was supposed to come back with episode 5, but it disappeared again. That's sad. And what's up with Kite? Why is an Object Overload character in Object Twoniverse? What? Anyway, I'll say one last rest in peace, and I'll give the rating. Rest in peace, Object Twoniverse. Your hashtag burn the base will be missed. I'll give this show an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend. Overall, I like both of these object shows. One has a lot of quality, and the other one has a lot of great comedy. I'll say that Object Twoniverse is really good, if a lot of the jokes land, that is. So I would not say that it's for everybody, but go watch it just to see if you like it or not. Because if you like it, then you're really gonna like it. That probably doesn't make any sense, but whatever. And Object Havoc is just a solid object show. I would say a lot of people would like that. As much as it's not that funny, it's still pretty funny here and there. And yeah, if there is another cancelled object show you want me to cover, then request it or something, man. Just request it down in the comments. But let's be honest, you're probably not gonna do that. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, then subscribe. If you hated the video, then subscribe. See you whenever the hell I decide to upload. Goodbye.